There is no doubt that Skies of Arcadia is the forgotten RPG of the noughties. Having originally appeared on the Dreamcast only, it was later ported to the GameCube as Skies of Arcadia Legends, with a fair few things added, and that is what I'm going to be talking about here. So, the game takes place on floating continents in the skies of Arcadia. The planet has no surface and is orbited by 6 moons of different colour. Thousands of years before 6 civilizations, each existing for one of these moons, went to war and created gigas. These giant living weapons were controlled by 6 moon crystals and caused massive destruction to the world. The most powerful of the civilizations, the Silver civilizations, used their giga to call in the rains of destruction that pulled meteors out of the sky, crashing down on the planet below. It was devastating, and it ended the war. The 6 civilizations stopped fighting, buried the gigas, sealed the silver one away, and hid the moon crystals. In present time, the tyrannical Valuan Empire are seeking the moon crystals to awaken the gigas and take over the world. The empire is led by the Empress Theodora, and her will is imposed by her warship Senior Admiral Galicion and his number 2 Ramirez. The empire's warships are feared by all through the land, except the Blue Rogues, band of air pirates. Air pirates that consistently clash with the Empire in battles in the air, and it is during one that we are introduced to the characters of Weiss and Ica, 2 young air pirates that inadvertently end up rescuing Finna, a girl from the Silver civilization. It turns out that she is on a mission to find the Moonstones and stop the Valuan Empire from getting their hands on them. After getting to know her and rescuing her from the Empire, again Weiss and Ica agree to help her find the stones. Along their long and difficult journey, they'll be joined by many other unique characters, all with their own motivations, including the moody Drachma, who has an unfortunate secret, Gilda, the cocky air pirate, and Enrique, a prince of Valia, unhappy with his direction. Each of his playable characters are as interesting as the main trio, with Drachma's being incredibly deep and meaningful. Skies of Arcadia is a traditional turn-based RPG. Gameplay is primarily made up of dungeon exploration from the 3D person perspective. Advancing the storyline means playing through these dungeons, defeating enemies, which are random encounters of course, collecting treasure, solving puzzles, and normally defeating a boss. The overworld is traversed by piloting an airship, and the players can eventually, with upgrades, travel to any part of the land. Players can stop at many locations, ranging from small towns to major cities to deserted lands. This freedom is progressive as you advance the storyline, of course. As for combat, it comes in 2 forms. Ship combat. This is initiated by battling other ships or gigas. And character combat, the more traditional combat system. Both offer new and exciting examples of turn-based combat, with ship combat in particular bringing something unique to the game. Characters level up as XP is gained from battles, and equipment can be equipped as new sets are found. There's quite a lot of variety in enemy types, and boss battles have an epic feel about them, especially the gigafights. The random encounters, XP drops are pretty fair and generous, and you never feel overwhelmed, although you will have to level up enough to feel in control of many boss battles. But, of course, Skies of Arcadia Legends is what I'm here to talk about particularly, and it came with a host of new stuff to set it apart from the original Dreamcast release. There are minor graphical changes, but nothing too significant. Most of the changes came within the gameplay. Discoveries were in the original game, and info relating to them could be sold at sailors' guilds around the world. There were 24 new ones. They were included in this version and act as a larger source of income for the player. Subquests were added that saw you collect an invisible moonfish for a doctor and a young girl named Maria. These moonfish are fed to a bird pet, which begins to grow and helps her move past a traumatic event in her life. Another one saw Piastor, the angel of death, hunting air pirates while looking for Vice. She mistakenly thinks him responsible for her parents' death, and you can fight her several times throughout the game, and each time she's tougher than the last. Another clever addition is the Wanted list, a list of enemies that can be hunted down and fought in a boss battle. These characters are consistently tough as they level up as your party does. Even without all of that, Skies of Arcadia is no short game, and you can easily sink 20, 30, maybe even 40 hours into it. The storyline is very interesting, quite gripping, with great characters throughout, and while the combat system is familiar, it is still well designed. Ultimately, Skies of Arcadia is remembered as one of the finest RPGs that no one ever really talks about. The updated GameCube version is the version that probably every gamer should play. But now, its cult following means we all hope dearly for an eventual HD re-release, or, God, if you could imagine, a full-on remake. So likely, but you never say never. It is Skies of Arcadia Legends, and it is a classic. What do you reckon? You got any thoughts that you want to let us know? Drop them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.